All right. All right. All right. Here we go. Oh. Much better. Let me know if this actually works. Needs to rotate. Sorry. Still alive. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see what we got. Sorry, the last good time stream was a little bit of a failure. See what we can do. I will just wait here and wait here, I guess. First time doing it on my phone. Let's try some of this stuff. Noir, slate. Ooh. Haunted, sketchy. Love it. Well, I'm tripping the light fantastic. All right. A little bit better. I'm getting nothing. No views. I'm gonna try a little experiment. See what happens. Well. Okay. We got a viewer. Come on now. Can't do me that dirty. Had a viewer. I know I'm that boring. Oh, man. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch up. Okay, we got a viewer. Things stabilizing. Hello, viewer. All messages are visible. Two viewers, thumbs up. It's my first one on my phone, so. And with a filter. What I'm going to be doing here is I'm taking out these I'll be soon taking out these HN Hornets in exchange for these Gammo Tomahawks for one of my clips. How you doing, Nomad? How you doing, Sang? How you doing? My old buddies. How you doing? Of course I have knives. You know, I gotta go look for those other knives, you know. Give me a second. I have some other knives I can show. Where is it? Here you go. I got these other knives, huh? Yes, I do. Huh. Forgot about these. Oh, yeah. How are you? Don't drop the viewership now. I'm glad for the thumbs up. Okay. How many shots? 30 shots, Sing. 30 shots. Or in the magazine. You get 30 shots. It's a chain-fed magazine. How you doing, Nomad? This is from back in the day. I bought this back in the day. It's got a almost bone handle scales. Very sharp. Still, it's a hand glaive. Get it? So this is one of my streams on my phone. So I can take my phone anywhere I want to go. Hey, if you want to see me go some places outside. 557 FPS. Sing. For my Sig Sauer MPX, 550 MPX. It takes 90 gram CO2s. 90 gram CO2s. You know what I'm going to do? I've had this knife for a long time. It is a thing of beauty. It's very sharp. This hand glaive. I just might auction it off or something, you know? I've had this for years, since I was younger. But it's still a pretty good one. Very sharp. Got a nice grip to it. So if anybody wants this thing of beauty, I mean, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll put a contest out for it. You know what I mean? I'm well aware of that, Sing. I'm well aware of that. I realize that crossbows are all you got over there. Pre-charged pneumatics are highly regulated legally. I will say this, air guns are more powerful than crossbows if they're not restricted and regulated by the law, pretty much. In America, you could have air rifles that are firearm grade. But anywhere else. Well, thank you, thank you. It's called a hand glaive. It's a thing of beauty. It's sharp. It's designed for not designed for the punch. It's designed for the slash. Has anybody seen my videos lately? I'm trying to get the views up. I did two new good videos. Please, if you can, when you're done with this stream, give me as much love as you do in my streams by giving me a lot of views on my videos. And some comments too. I love to respond to comments. Love these new filters though. If you look at that, I got the noir, the old film noir. Maybe I can go dawn. Can even go tripping the light fantastic. I can go dream. Oh, I love dreams. Oh, dreams, trippy. Very nice. Can't get that here. That's so true. So true, Sing. That's why I bought it. That's why I bought it. I got some good news. My friend, if you're not familiar with this, he's a friend of mine all the way from Tasmania. I've managed to convince him to make a slingshot rifle. Now, for those who don't know what a slingshot rifle is, it is very powerful. It can be. If you use the right ammunition and the right tubing or bands. It can be a very powerful and very legal in most countries. It's not regulated by like air guns are. Slingshot rifle, you think of a slingshot, you're thinking, a slingshot is not that powerful, but there are powerful slingshots. But with a slingshot rifle, and this is for people who live in with air gun regulations and even crossbow bans. Because where he lives, crossbows are banned, but he can still own a bow and arrow. The point is that I convinced him to make a slingshot rifle. Now I've seen people in third world slap these together like they were nothing, and I've seen these things with a steel ball or a lead ball. It depends on what, about this big, about the size of a marble smasher. A steel bar, lead ball about the size of a marble smasher, literally tear a hole through a cinder block. I mean, that's how powerful you can get it. I mean, that's almost firearm power. That's almost like less than lethal power. Yeah, that's headshot. So for those of you who cannot get an air rifle, I don't know. I don't know who you are, but I know I have. Let me see. Oh, well, I'm doing good, Rusty. Oh, Rusty, I loved conversation. Rusty, I wasn't upset about what you said about the AR-15. I was captivated by it. As long as you're respectful. If you're a troll, you gotta go. That's how I see it. Anyway, that being said, That is brutal. That is brutal, Nomad. But the point is here, as I want to say, is that what you want to do is if you live in the countries where there's air gun regulation or basically crossbow bans, depending on what that is. Yeah, well, you gave constructive criticism. I think you were right about one thing and wrong about another thing to a certain extent. For example, you're right that an AR-15 in a direct fight is unstoppable almost. You know, it's like there's nothing that can get unless you got like unless you get from behind, someone with the AR-15 and they can see you. You're done. You're one and done, man. I get that. I really do get that part. I really do get that part. But I'll put it this way. Archery does have its place. You know what I mean? Now, if you live in a country, let's say, like England or Tasmania, something like that, you can't get an AR-15. You can't even get a gun. And I've talked to people in other countries, and it makes me thankful for the rights that I do have. I have like high-powered PCP air rifles that are very lethal, and I also have less than lethal launchers. But that being said, a lot of times the most powerful that you can get in those countries is either archery or a slingshot rifle. That's it. It's like that's it. But the archery industry has responded to that. And I'm telling you now, there have been repeating crossbows on the market that are very good, big and small. There's the pistol size repeating crossbows that are just steam bows, the Vlads, and of course there's the medium size repeating crossbows like 150 pounds. It's similar to mine. It's got like you can get either a 5-bolt or a 7-bolt magazine, repeating shot. I'll get this one out. Adjustable. It's similar to mine, except the one that it looks almost identical to the Cobra Adder. This is the Cold Steel Cheap Shot. Most reliable crossbow I ever had. Basically, but what it does have is like a magazine, and basically you just take this, it puts another magazine down into the groove, and you can shoot again. Well, thank you, Rossi. Yes, they're quiet weapons. Historically, bows and crossbows were always used in a kind of stealthy way. Everything down from Robin Hood to the Apache. Anybody that wants to underestimate what an arrow can do to a human being, you're really doing that at your own risk. Or a bolt from a crossbow can do. I'm telling you. It's no joke. No joke indeed. That being said, I want you to understand, I just, these crossbows, they are powerful. They're quiet too. That's one advantage they do have, is that they're quiet. The only thing you're going to hear is a like click, like a really quiet click, and that's it. You're not going to hear it coming. So these kind of weapons are very good for the operating under the cover of trees or the cover of darkness, or for home defense in basically in a dark house or something like that. You know, I got 2 viewers left. Isn't that nice? Why come I lost so many viewers? Oh man, at least I got 2 thumbs up. Come on now. You can't do me that dirty. You can't leave me there, leave me hanging. Come on now. I'm gonna wait. That is true, Rusty. That is true. Funny. How come I only got 2 viewers left? Strangely enough. Man, oh man. Got 2 thumbs up. That's awesome. I'll put a crossbow up for that. The point is here is that the crossbow has its place. I will say. All right, Nomad. Cool, Nomad. Thank you, thank you. Funny, more than my viewer. Funny thing, there are 3 people here, but saying there are only 2. YouTube algorithms. Ooh. Stop messing with my algorithms. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, but like I was saying about that slingshot rifle, I've seen a lot of these slingshot rifles, right? Now, if you have the right ammunition, the right tubing, and now I'm going up, and the right bands, with a slingshot rifle, and I finally convinced my friend Matron Mark, subscribe to his channel, by the way, Matron Mark, all the way from Tasmania, That's true, Rusty. That's true. Yeah, but the point I'm making is that a lot of times, if you live in a restricted country, and if you're not in the U.S. or in the U.S. is not as restricted as, let's say, other countries are. This is pretty much with repeating crossbows and slingshot rifles, the best you can get. It's like, but as my friend Tack would say, big tactical would say, something is better than nothing. It's something is better than nothing, and that's good. That's really good, because and the one thing I do like is the crossbow industry is really getting into the self-defense scenario. They've created repeating crossbows, and George Sprague has come up with a new innovative crossbow design that literally is like rapid fire. It has like a magazine underneath. Most repeating crossbows today are not have a magazine on the top. Okay, it's a top magazine that's gravity fed. This particular magazine on his crossbow is at the bottom, and it's spring fed. And it's much faster. It shoots much faster. It's almost like the AR-15 of crossbows. I'm not kidding. It's not on the market yet, but if you want to see it, go to George Sprague's channel. I mean, I have to give the man credit. He is really innovated on that one. He's made like a rapid fire crossbow that is going to blow the crossbow industry out of the water with this one. I mean, this one is like, whoa. That's true. That being said, I'm glad my viewer count is up. And this is, yeah, I do like this crossbow. Yeah, 9 shots under 20 seconds, Sing. That is amazing. That is going to revolutionize the crossbow industry. Because in Europe, crossbows aren't regulated like air rifles are. In Europe, you can still own a crossbow. So now you're getting, rapid fire from a crossbow and with power to boot. That is, you have to imagine getting like all those bolts like in that rapid fire succession. Swift. No one's going to survive being at the end of that. Nobody. It's one thing to get one bolt, but to get like 9 bolts, if you're a bad guy, just kick it out. You're done. You're done, son. You might as well put your feet up. Toes up. You're going to bite the dust. Yeah. See, that's the innovation that we're seeing with the crossbow industry, responding to the laws and regulations of Europe on the air gun industry. So that's pretty good. I love a good dream, don't you? If this stream is dreamy, I'm happy about that. I just gave my string some wax, and my rail I lubricated my rail, so fresh lubricant on the rail, fresh string with wax on the string. Always wax your string and lubricate your rail when you have a crossbow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we are. That red dot. 3 views. All right, all right, here's what I'm gonna say. If you live in Europe and you want something that's gonna hit hard, have you seen the AR? I have not, Rusty. Yeah, I probably could. It's pretty much the same crossbow. For some reason, this one's made by Cold Steel, and the other one's made by EK Archery, but it's pretty much the same model, and it's very strange. Yeah, I'd like to get that one. I've seen that one. Iron Man. Well, thank you, Bert. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that air rifle, Iron Man. That's a powerful one. I've seen that one. Now I keep suggesting this for my guys in Europe, okay? And these are easy to make. You can make them yourself. You can even make the trigger yourself. There are tons of DIY videos on the internet, and people in the third world are making them all the time. Now, with the right ammunition and the right tubes or bands, tubes are going to be more powerful for this one. Usually, I don't shoot with tubes, and I wouldn't. But for a slingshot rifle, I would suggest tubes. Okay? Now, you can make a slingshot rifle in your garage with power tools and slap it together out of various different materials, from PVC to wood to metal. There are different kinds of triggers you can build. You don't have to have a standard trigger, but a slingshot rifle will, with the right bands, you know, and you're thinking with the right bands and the right ammunition, I would say, you know, like a lead ball about this size, a 68 caliber lead ball will do the trick. A 68 caliber lead ball will basically put a hole through a cinder block. And and that's basically going to be your alternative to the slit to your to an air rifle or a rifle if you're living in, let's say, England or or basically any other European country or even Australia. If there's, you know, a slingshot rifle is a great alternative. True, but if you got discipline on your shot. Oh, Camo Camp, how you doing? Yes, Bert, he's pretty good. Yes, you only get one shot, but there are tutorials. Okay, yes, it's true. You only get one shot with a slingshot rifle. At least depending on which one you make. It's true, Rusty. You only get one shot with a slingshot rifle, but you can make versions. I want to say this: you can make more of compact versions that have multiple shots that are like shotguns. You know what I mean? There are versions you can make. I've seen them done on Dorks Braves channel. Okay, that, you know, you can pump like a shotgun, and they're rubber powered. And they have the power, pretty much. Funny, Rusty. I've watched two good movies actually, and Hollywood didn't make them. Now, I did a short that I suggested two movies that I watched on Tubi. Knuckleball was a suggested movie that I did. I really liked that movie. It was making a very entertaining. It's a great popcorn flick. Knuckleball was the first movie I suggested. Knuckleball would be Home Alone if Home Alone was directed by Wes Craven. That's how good it is. Yeah. Also, another movie I suggested was really trippy, but in a good way, and really cerebral and really, you know, thought-provoking was Coma. There's a movie called Coma. I would suggest it. Very good movie. So two movies I would suggest that you watch: Knuckleball and Coma. Great movies. I think I have seen it. I think I have seen it, Iron Man. The Gray. I think it was like an Irish, like, afterlife thing. Oh yeah, I've seen that one. I've seen The Gray. I just haven't seen it in a while. Yeah, they're fitting off a pack of wolves. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, Liam Neeson was in that one. Well, if you like The Gray, because The Gray was a story of survival in the cold, you're gonna love Knuckleball. Knuckleball is awesome. You know, Knuckleball is a good survival story, but it's also like I said before, it's as if Wes Craven directed Home Alone, and it's a great thriller. You know. So that's one of the things I suggest. Yes, The Road is good. The Road is a great movie. I like the father and son theme of the road. You know, like how it's father and son. Then you're gonna love Knuckleball. Um, uh, Iron Man. Knuckleball is gonna be your great survival thriller. Knuckleball. Mm. Get it today. I like The Road too. I did like that movie. That was a great story about survival and a father and the son and the bond between father and son. You know? It's a movie, feature-length movie. It's like it's an indie film. It's indie. It's a Canadian movie. It's an indie film. We got some Canadians here, so if you're a Canadian, if you're in the chat, I think you're gonna like this movie because it does take place in, I think, rural Canada. You know, the story does, and it's cold. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's a movie. It's called Knuckleball. Now, like I said, the other movie is called Coma, and I think you're gonna like that one. It's a very cerebral movie. Cerebral movie. It's got great special effects, but it's also got great story. So it's got a great plot twist too. The movie Coma. It's got a great plot twist that the movie does. So, well, thank you. Well, welcome, Cat. I'm glad you. I'm glad I got good suggestions for you, Camo Camp. They're great movies. I'm not going to spoil them for you, but I will say that Coma has a great plot. The plot is really good. Not only do you have good special effects in the movie Coma, you have a good story and a good plot. You know, and that's pretty good. Woo! Wow, the Cold Steel SRK. Well, if you're talking about Cold Steel, the brand, I only have one. The Cold Steel SRK. Search and Rescue. I love this knife. Glad I got it. It's really nice. Cold Steel SRK. So true. So true, Iron Man. And Iron Man, since you live in England, I would suggest making a slingshot rifle. I don't know, Camo Camp. I know I got two things from Cold Steel. A discontinued crossbow and the SRK. I only got two things from crossbow. The discontinued crossbow and the SRK. Good Good idea, good idea, Iron Man. Good idea. Um, if I make any suggestions, get some thick exercise tubing, the kind that they use for exercise. You can buy them, like, say, at a store. I think you can buy these thick exercise tubes, and oh, I don't think that's going to be a movie, Rusty. That's coming soon to a reality near you. That's not even a movie. That's going to come true. That's coming soon to the 6 o'clock news near you. Oh, I got 3 thumbs up. I got 3 thumbs up. Make sure to give me all the thumbs up you need. I love. Give me all the thumbs up. I need all that love. And make sure to give me all the views. Oh, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome, bro. That would be awesome, bro. That would be awesome. Iron Man. I might want to do that. But that being said, I'm glad I'm inspiring you to make a slingshot rifle. Now, like I said, with the air gun regulations in England, you're not going to get anything with power unless you got a slingshot rifle, and that's a legal loophole. Because they don't really care about slingshots. They don't think slingshots are nothing. They think they're toys. Let them think that. Because there are slingshots that are simply not toys. Never underestimate a slingshot. Thank you, Rusty. Make sure to give me more likes, and make sure to give my videos a little bit more love. It's a good idea. They got some nice weight to them. Either get the thick tubing for the exercise tubing that you get in, like, let's say, the fitness department of your I think like department store or something, or just basically do a loop tubes. Just loop the tubes and have them like looped, kind of like bunny ears, like loop tubes, and that'll give you the extra power if you have like regular size tubes. Now the slingshot rifle, the only thing I would suggest for tubes, for a regular slingshot, no, you're not going to get accuracy if it's just this kind of slingshot. But for a slingshot rifle, yeah, you'll get accuracy, you'll get and you'll get power. So because you can actually with the slingshot rifle, you don't have to rely on your arms, and basically you can put the slingshot out more than your arms can go, and with awesome, Iron Man, awesome. And there's so many materials you can make it from, as long as you have a good strong stock. You know what I mean? If it's going to be a strong, powerful slingshot rifle, I would suggest if it's going to be pipe or something. If it's weak pipe, don't use it. You can use light pipe, but I would say fill it in with something. I would suggest that, or have the stock made from solid wood. The stock of the slingshot rifle is just as necessary as the crossbow. It can be light, but it's got to be strong. I'm just saying. You know. Now the pipe, if you're going to use a pipe, you can fill it with something. You can fill it with some wood. Would actually work. Fill it with a wooden, like a with a wooden stick or something. You know, like a wooden. But whatever you do, do not use a weak pipe for the stock. Never. Don't do that. If you're going to make a strong slingshot rifle, one that has power, because you don't want it to bend or break. If it's going to be a wooded one, the wood better be strong wood. You know, we're talking oak. We're talking like walnut. You know, hardwoods. That's my suggestion to you. Awesome. Awesome, Iron Man. Can't wait to see it. And trust me, you'll see. The best thing about a slingshot rifle, there's different ways to make it. You can make a multi-shot slingshot rifle if you want to. You can increase the power of the slingshot rifle by putting like rollers, or cams, you could say, on it, if that's what you want. Cinder block, a brick, a coconut. That would do it. Either a cinder block, a brick, or a coconut. If it can put a hole through a brick, or let's say or put a hole through a piece of wood about this thick, or a piece of pine about this thick. It's a piece of pine about this thick. You know you've done something. Buy a coconut. Buy a brick, like it's just a simple brick, like a red brick, and see what it's gonna do. You know. Well, let's get away from this dream sequence, shall we? No glamour. Little 8mm will do. How about that? But yeah, that's what you need to do. Awesome, Iron Man. You just want to show this has a lot of power. And it can smash. Now, coconut is 3 inches thicker than the human skull. So, if it can smash through a coconut, a human skull ain't nothing. But with the most slingshot rifles, I'll tell you this. One deniable fact is this. If you only wound if you hit the body, if it's a powerful slingshot rifle. If you hit the head, well, the hard part, yeah, it's going to hurt. He's gone. Strange rules, but also I will say this, okay, and this is for the promo. Okay. If you live in America, and let's say either you want to get a less than lethal launcher, because you want an alternative, just in case there are situations that don't call for lethal force. And so you want a less than lethal for those other situations that we don't want to kill the person, but you just want to get them off. Or if you're, let's say, a felon, you made a mistake, and you can't get a firearm. Or prohibited in another way in America. Go to Modern Combat Sports, mcsus.com, with the promo code TACFAN, capital letters, one word, and you'll get 10% off on your purchase at Modern Combat Sports if you live in America. Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, I'll tell you this. There's not much flesh around the forehead. The skull doesn't have much flesh on it. It's where flesh is and muscle is the least. Is the top of your head. So basically, it's the hardest part, but it's also the most vulnerable part of the human anatomy because, well, that's where you can take the most hits. That's why throughout history, helmets and armor have been very popular. So, so you can test it on different things. I'll say that. But like I said, if it can put a hole through a coconut or a brick, it's powerful. Yeah, it's powerful. And it's pretty good, so yeah, it's awesome. No, I don't need one. I have less than lethal launchers. I could get one. I tried to make one, and it was a screw up. That was my own screw up, by the way. I didn't drill it right, and I was making a PVC version. I shouldn't have done it. I should have made a wooden version. Yeah. That being said, I have watched a lot of videos about tutorials on slingshot rifles, and I'm fascinated by them. Fascinated to see how people in the third world, you know. Yes. Anyway. Anyway, that's good. Let's see what's going on. I'm glad I got 5 views. Gotta go. Sorry about that interruption. My apologies. I got a call. My apologies for this. All right, I gotta go. I'll see everyone. Sorry, things got interrupted. Bye.